Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm going to be doing a product review on a couple of sausage stuffers. Stay tuned. You can see, look at this bark. It's crazy. Oh man, this is perfect. It helps to start with a nice sharp knife, okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, so we're going to be comparing the meat branded 15-pound sausage stuffer versus the Cabela's 20-pound stuffer. Now, I just used this one, I just purchased it, and I'm not happy with it. I'm gonna show you some of the design flaws and compare it to the meat branded sausage stuffer. Now, right out of the gate, both of these sausage stuffers look really, really well on the surface, okay? But once you get to use it like I did this one, you're gonna find some design flaws, and I wanna show you that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the canister off of this stuffer here. Now, this one, you just tilt it forward and lift it. Sometimes it can be a little difficult to get it in and out of these tabs that are inside this frame right here. But I do want to remove this piston right here, which has a wing nut. So this wing nut is touching the sausage, okay? And I don't like that design because it is touching your meat. And it also allows the meat to come up through the screw, okay? So on the piston for the Cabela's model, it's got a seal here, a silicone seal, and it is like a wipe seal, if you will. So online, there's some pretty bad reviews on this sausage stuffer, and one of the problems that I had is some of the meat was getting stuck in the seal and passing the seal as well. Now, a lot of the reviews online were saying that they cannot find these parts. Now, I did reach out to Weston and try to talk to somebody about the issues that I had with this sausage stuffer, and there was nobody there to answer the phones. In fact, they said that because of this whole coronavirus, everybody's working from home. So I shot them an email, still haven't heard a response back, because again, these are design flaws with the stuffer itself. Okay, so this seal supposedly is not available anymore. Also, this little valve right here, this valve helps release the air that's trapped inside that canister. Now, it worked, but I can see this failing. This is plastic. As plastic ages, it's gonna break. So because this little valve is plastic, I'm afraid that these tabs with time will break on you. Also, the reviews online have said that this piston is cracking. Again, it's just a really cheap piston on a pretty decent sausage stuffer itself. All right, so if you look inside this canister, you have this gaping hole on the bottom of it, and a lot of sausage is still stuck in there after you're done. The piston will no longer push that sausage out. So I was forced to just kind of scoop it out. It was about 1.5 pounds of sausage. You know, I just kind of put it in my fridge and ate it for breakfast the next morning. But you still lose a lot of sausage that's stuck in there and that little channel inside that canister, which I didn't like, okay? So let me move this canister aside and show you a couple more things that I don't like about this sausage stuffer. So this handle right here is very flimsy, okay? It actually fell on me like 3 times when I was making the sausage. So it slides right off. Now it does have 2 speeds, which I really like. You know, so if you're putting the piston down into the canister, the fast speed makes it go down really, really fast. If you put the handle on this one, it goes a lot slower. But the point is, this handle kept falling on me, okay? I'm surprised it didn't crack my tile. But again, just another design flaw that I don't like. All right, so I also want to talk about these sausage stuffing tubes that you get with the Cabela stuffer. Now, you do get 4 tubes, different sizes, which are pretty nice. But when it comes to this stuffer right here, the one with this metal pipe, this is the one that I use to make the sausage. So this thing is siliconed in there and it's really tight. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's sausage still left in there that you cannot clean, okay? Obviously, that's a bad design flaw, and this is one of the reasons that I called Weston to see if they have improved this design. But again, I'm just not happy with this sausage stuffer. I'm gonna be returning it. All right, so Cabela's does not make this sausage stuffer, okay? So it is the company Weston Brands. But again, it's a little difficult to contact them. You can't chat with them online. You can't do anything like that. So to me, again, that's a deal breaker. So I'm gonna be returning this to Cabela's because of the design flaws that I saw. All right, so another thing about this Cabela's sausage stuffer is I'm right-handed, okay? And when I'm stuffing the sausage, I want to be able to control the amount of sausage that's going into the casing. And I had a little bit difficult time because I had to do it with my left hand. So I am right-handed, so which means I have to kind of reach around the sausage stuffer and really guide it like this. And it kind of makes it really awkward for me to guide the sausage with my right hand and turn this handle with my left hand. And you'll see once we review the meat branded sausage stuffer, I don't have that problem, okay? Now, I can easily twist this like this and turn the handle with my right hand and guide the sausage with my left hand. but again, it makes it awkward because I'm a right-handed person. All right, so now let's talk about the meat branded sausage stuffer. The stuffing tubes, you do get 3 stuffing tubes, which are pretty standard with sausage stuffers. All right, so as far as the canister, 15 pounds, it comes off real easy as you saw. You don't have to hook it to anything. So I'm gonna focus on this canister right now. So if you look inside this canister, you only have that small valley where the sausage has to come out of the end right here. So you're not losing sausage like you are on the Cabela's one. So again, I had about 1.5 pounds left in that canister. So let me see if I can hold them both up here so you guys can see that. See that here? So this one from Cabela's is definitely gonna have a lot of leftover sausage on the inside. So this one, you just have that small valley. You're gonna have a little bit left over, but not as much as the Cabela's one. All right, so I wanna talk about this piston from the meat sausage stuffer. Number one, look how thick this is compared to this one from Cabela's. So this one is a way better quality. It's really thick. You don't have any metal washers or wing nuts on the bottom of this. All right, so one other thing that I liked about the meat branded sausage stuffer is that this purge valve, this air purge valve, is made out of metal, okay? And it's a good quality metal. You can actually just take it off and wash it. Has a little O-ring in there. Again, if it goes bad, just replace that O-ring. But look at the quality, again, of this piston versus the Cabela's one. All right, so as far as the O-ring on this piston right here, on the meat branded one, is a standard silicone O-ring, which you can buy those things anywhere, versus this one from Cabela's. Supposedly you can't find this anymore, so it's pretty much useless, right? So I'm a big fan on how this attaches onto this stuffer. It's real simple, no wing nuts, no nothing. The nut is built into the piston. So just start the first couple threads and then spin it on like this. Okay, really, really simple. So I'm gonna put the canister back in there. Again, really easy to attach the canister back into the stuffer. All right, so the handle on this meat branded sausage stuffer, it does fit a little bit more snug than the Cabela's one. But one thing that I like about this is that it has a set screw. So you can actually lock this handle down and it is not gonna come off on you, okay? So you can just take an Allen wrench right there and just tighten it down and then go ahead and start making your sausages, okay? This handle is not gonna fly off like on this Cabela's unit. There is no set screw on this one whatsoever, and you saw how easy that handle is to come off. I was also talking about being right-handed and that I want to be able to guide that sausage out of the stuffing tube with my right hand. Well, with this sausage stuffer, I can do that. It's real simple, just like this. So being able to guide the sausage with my right hand, I think is a big deal for me because I'm right-handed, and this sausage stuffer definitely gives you the ability to do so. Now, if you're left-handed, okay, you can operate the stuffer with your right hand and then guide the sausage with your left hand. Again, makes it really, really easy. All right, so another thing that I like about the meat branded sausage stuffer is that the base plate has these 4 holes, okay? You can easily clamp it down to your countertop or whatever, but what I plan on doing is getting a good thick butcher block, probably 3-4 inches thick, nice and heavy, and that's gonna keep this sausage stuffer from rocking. So the Cabela's doesn't have these holes, so you couldn't mount it to anything. Now, one thing when I was making the sausage with the Cabela's sausage stuffer is that as you're applying pressure, it wanted to tip over on you. Well, there's no holes on the base plate for the Cabela's one, so you can't mount it to anything if you wanted to. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this review on these 2 sausage stuffers. Again, my vote is definitely on the meat branded sausage stuffer. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description box on where you can order your sausage stuffer and also their sausage grinders if you'd like to get one. Hopefully you guys took some information down on this product review on these 2 sausage stuffers. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya.